Hello my friends, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Project Darkknight Horror, and I am your host, The Dark Knight. Today we're focusing on ghosts, poltergeists and demons. We're going to take a deep dive into the world of the paranormal. So stick the kettle on and make a cup of tea, and let me show you the truth. It's that time again, so close the door, shut the curtains and turn off the lights and go full screen as you get ready to watch scary paranormal videos that will 100% make the chills run down your spine.
Project Darkknight.
The update of Z. For our first short video, we're checking back in with Z and the channel Zark's Scary Haunting. I've covered Z and his channel for the last few months, ever since he was cursed by someone close to him. After that, paranormal activity followed him, and something evil took up residence in his home. Over the last few months, Z has captured poltergeist activity like objects moving, footsteps running around the home in the dead of the night, full-bodied apparitions, door knocking and scratching, and the entity has even mimicked Z himself. The list goes on, and even though the entity is scary, it's never hurt Z or his family. That is, until now. I got an email a few weeks ago telling me that Z is leaving his home finally. He'll still be working in the same place, but at last he's moving out of the flat that's given him many sleepless nights. The last time I spoke to Z, I warned him not to talk about the move or taunt the entity in any way about leaving. Because before Dino Nuggets left his home, he let his emotions get the better of him, and he lost his temper and taunted the entity, saying things like, "I'm leaving," and "come and get me." And we all know how that turned out. But I think my warning was in vain, because a few days ago, something changed. And I think it's because the entity knows that Z and his family are leaving, and it's not happy. One night last week, Z was attacked by the entity. Watch. Up until this night, the entity had never hurt Z or his family, but that all changed in the early hours one night when Z was hit in the stomach and fell backwards onto the floor. He had just over 2 weeks left until the move, when he wakes up in the middle of the night and he goes out the front door. A few minutes later, he comes back and closes the door, and as he's walking away, all of a sudden the front door slams, scaring Z, and he rushes to go and get his phone to start recording something. Did you see that? Something moves across the screen from right to left really fast. Whatever this is, it's moving so fast that it's a blur. So, is it dust, an orb, or is that the entity who haunts Z's home? He turns on the light just as something starts banging from the cupboard. Then, suddenly, without warning, fast heavy footsteps run towards Z. Then he bends over and falls backwards as something hits him in the stomach. At that very moment, a growl can be heard, loud and clear. Here's the enhanced audio. The following clip is the same series of events, but from Z's point of view. Watch. You can get a sense of how scared Z really is because the phone footage is shaking. As he turns to face the banging coming from the cupboard, suddenly, a moment later, heavy footsteps run up to Z and attack him. You can hear the growl again, but this time a lot clearer. Just before Z was attacked, he said he heard something coming from that direction, which is why he was looking that way. After he gets hit in the stomach and falls onto the floor, he gets up and makes his way to the bedroom. This was the first time that Z was ever touched by the entity, and I'm sure the reason he was hit was to do with Z and his family moving out of his home. The family have been through some of the scariest paranormal activity I've ever seen, and it's not over yet. Now Z has been attacked by the entity, so what's going to happen next? When Z moves out of the flat, will that be the end of the haunting? Or will it follow him, just like the haunting of Dino Nuggets? I'm truly happy that Z, Mona and Ryan are getting out of that place, and hopefully this will be the end. I spoke to Z recently and he told me that he's got a few more videos coming that he recorded previously. So as soon as I get them or I hear anything, I will let you know. I highly recommend that you go and check out Z's YouTube channel and watch his haunting from the beginning. Or if you want to cut out all the extra and get straight to the activity and backstory, then check out the deep dive I did called The Haunting of Z. The link is in the description section. And the name of the channel is on screen. Don't forget, when you get to his channel, tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you.
Hi guys, this is Zak here. So just a small update. So we finally moved our home. And we are safe. So please don't worry. I know a lot of you have been emailed me and I'm really sorry I haven't replied you yet. But when I get some time, I will do that for sure. Our original schedule was supposed to be 17 days, but we kinda abandoned the home within 7 days itself. I think when I have some time, I will share you the videos and you will come to know why we left the home in such an urgency.
Project Darkknight.
The Alchemist Theatre. Phil Koch was a paranormal investigator, and 13 years ago he went to a building called the Alchemist Theatre. Phil shot many plays at the Alchemist, and many actors and actresses would swear that the theatre was haunted. Two little children have been seen running around holding hands in the basement. Phil believes they are siblings who died in the building before it was a theatre. Shadow figures dart about on stage, and a man has been seen multiple times watching from the balcony dressed in Victorian-style clothing. So one night, Phil decided to do a solo investigation to try to catch some concrete proof that the Alchemist Theatre was haunted. Now, you're probably sitting there thinking that you've seen this before, and you probably have, but I'm going to be showing you parts of 3 investigations and background information that you haven't seen. So, on the 10th of March back in 2009, just before 1:30 AM, and with all the staff and patrons gone for the night, Phil descends into the bowels of the theatre.
People have cleared out of the Alchemist, and I'm going downstairs now. Shh. Totally dark down here. Alright, I am in total darkness with the... I'm gonna turn the camera around now because I can't see anything if I have the camera in my face, so I'm going this way. Okay. I'm in the basement. I'm panning the basement. I'm in the basement right now.
After walking around for about 10 minutes or so, all seems to be quiet. Phil is the only living person in the Alchemist right now, and as he walks around the basement, he is drawn to a corridor where he keeps hearing noises. This corridor has been mentioned by all the staff because whenever they go down into the basement for supplies, they hear footsteps, people talking, knocks and bangs, and whenever they go and check, there's never anyone there. All of the staff say that the basement is where most of the activity happens. So this is where Phil decides to do his first investigation. And he soon regrets it. Watch.
Jeez. I'm in a basement under some apartments. A lot of people have said that they hear things through this, in this hallway when they come down here. They hear footsteps, they hear people talking, but this hallway is supposedly haunted. I don't know. We have an open door here. And then, right, I'm going down this hallway. We got 2 doors open here. I don't know what's in this room here. Just furniture and stuff. We got some... Oh! Jeez! What the... Okay. Shh. Oh, jeez. Okay, it's a theater. I'm sorry. Okay, now, wouldn't... Alright, I'm sorry, but wouldn't this scare just about anybody that was coming in here in the dark? But this is a theater. I'm sorry. This is a prop. This scared me. Look at this. Okay, everybody, look at this. What wouldn't... Okay, what... Okay, that must have been from a play. Okay, now I gotta really check, is this real? This is the most disturbing thing I've seen in my freaking life! Jeez! Alright, no, I didn't do that. That sounded like it came from down the end of this hallway. Okay. Oh, come on. I think I have enough information here to get the hell out of here and bring my team back in. This sounded like it came down this hallway here. I'm in the dark. I don't have a real flashlight. I'm going off of my view screen right now. It sounded like a door closing. I still hear voices upstairs, so the voices of the music is still from upstairs. I heard that. I can't tell if that was from upstairs or not. There are things moving around all around me, and I'm not liking this, so okay. I'm heading out, and I don't even know which way to go. I'm heading out of here, and I'm in the dark. I don't know which way to go. I've been watching through my viewfinder. I've been going down hallways. I can't see anything. Is this a way out? That was that door that just closed. I am totally lost right now, and I have no light. Alright, I'm looking for a doorway to the upstairs with this little thingy. Here's a doorway, here's a way out. Jeez! Jeez! I'm out of here. I don't know where I am.
Nothing happens at first, but a few minutes later, Phil starts hearing noises. As he checks the rooms, he gets the fright of his life. When all of a sudden he comes face to face with this. Being an active theatre, you're bound to find some props here and there. But look at the state of this scary looking dummy. And when you combine the dummy with the pitch black, it's amazing that Phil didn't run out of the building screaming. If that wasn't bad enough, suddenly, directly behind him, a door loudly creaks open, making Phil jump again.
Jeez!
As he looks down the corridor, all of the doors are closed, except for one. Remember, he's in the pitch black, and he can't see a thing. All he can see through is a little screen on his camera, which he's using to move about. Phil decides he's had enough for the night and makes his way to the exit. Because he's in complete darkness, he gets lost and confused, and all of a sudden, a few feet in front of him, for no apparent reason, a wooden plank mysteriously moves by itself.
Jeez! Jeez! I'm out of here. I don't know where I am.
Two months later, after the shock of the first investigation subsides, Phil goes back for part 2. The plan was originally to meet up with his paranormal team called WISPS, which stands for Wisconsin Paranormal Society, but for some reason they didn't show up. So Phil was left in the dark all on his own again, but at least he brought a flashlight this time. Phil turns his attention and his cameras to the row of seats where people sit down and watch the plays. This is the area where a man has been seen many times dressed in Victorian-style clothing. So, just before 1 o'clock in the morning, Phil takes his seat. But it turns out, he wasn't alone. Watch.
Sitting here for a while. Nothing going on. What the hell? Something just moved. Something just moved behind me. Jeez. Something just moved behind me. Jeez. Okay. I don't see anything. Have a look here. Holy crap, I don't know if that seat was down. I have no idea. All the seats are up in this theater. This one's down. Huh.
As Phil sits in the audience chairs, directly behind him, something moves, and Phil hears it. As he jumps up, he shines the torch on the area directly behind him, but there's nothing there. On the static camera, you get a proper look at what just happened. So, could this be the spirit of a stranger who's been seen multiple times in the audience watching? Or is it just a loose seat? The investigation isn't over yet, and Phil decides to go back down into the basement to continue where he left off last time. And once again, it didn't go well. Watch.
We're in the basement of the Alchemist, and it's about 1 a.m. I'm shooting the first round through this hallway here, behind the door. This is where I kept hearing doors opening and closing, and just stuff that I couldn't see, but I have a couple lights on this time to help. It's 1:25. Still haven't heard anything besides random creaking. This door here. Oh, jeez. Let's make some more noise. Hello? Anybody in here? Oh, besides the people upstairs. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look, see if this prop is still back here again. And then we'll take a look. Come on! See if this prop is still back here again. And then we'll take a look. Come on! That's not cool. The door open? No, the door was open. That door was closing. If anybody's in there messing with me, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, jeez. Okay, I don't see anything in here. Hello? Hey. Cameras. Out.
As he gets into the basement, he stands very still and listens for any noises. As time passes, everything remains flat. No creaking, no doors, no knocks or bangs, nothing at all. So he looks for that creepy looking doll from last time. And this is where it all goes wrong. Watch.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look, see if this prop is still back here again. And then we'll take a look. Come on!
As he walks towards the doors at the end of the corridor, all of a sudden, he gets a fright of his life. The door at the end of the corridor swings open on its own, revealing that creepy doll. So, I guess you can say he did find the doll after all. Or did the doll find Phil? So why was that doll tied up down there on its own? And could it have been haunted? After this happened, Phil was brave enough to go back and have another look, just in case someone was messing around with him. But what happens next scared Phil so badly that he almost gave up ghost hunting. And to this day, it still sends shivers down his spine. Watch.
I don't see anything in here. Hello? Hey. Cameras. Out. Cameras. Out.
Phil must be a glutton for punishment because, yet again, a few months later, and even though he swore he'd never return, Phil is back for a third investigation. But this time, he won't be alone. The owner of the theatre joins him. So Phil and the owner Aaron enter the basement from the south entrance, and this time you get to see some more props in the basement. Aaron claims because he works there, he's been in and out of the basement, quote, millions of times, and he's never seen any paranormal activity. So he comes along as a skeptic, and they wouldn't have to wait long for activity. Watch.
You're there. I mean, it's freaky down here. I don't know how you do it.
What was that?
Where? I can't even see you. Where are you?
Back over here. Shh. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What was that? Okay, wait. Okay, we're going down that hall with the ugly doll.
What?
What?
Oh.
Don't. Shh. shine it right into the camera. I can't see. I know you can't see nothing. You don't have a light. That's not a light. That's an infrared
Fuck,
torch.
dude, seriously.
Shit. What? Okay. It's a,
I don't know, there's
well,
something.
what?
I don't know, I saw it. It's so fucking dark. Oh, it's a mirror, but I saw.
What'd you see? Something in the mirror?
I don't know, it seemed like it.
Okay. Keep shining because I don't have a light. I'm in the lead. Going through here.
I can see your camera.
My torch is out, so I'm okay. Right now, I really can't see because I have the camera in my face, so nothing's in front of me. That was me.
Okay.
Shh, shh.
That was me as well.
I was gonna say, did you hear that? So right now, we're gonna go into that room where I saw that pole fall in the first.
I remember that. You thought it was the way out.
Stop freaking laughing, man. That wasn't funny. Okay, we're gonna go toward the room in front of me here, and we're gonna sit in there for a while. I don't think I need that. Okay, here we go.
Now, take note of this wheelchair. It's folded to one side, and they pass it on their way in.
Ouch. I can't see anything. Get that torch in front of me. Okay, I don't want to trip over that wheelchair. Oh, this is tight. There's the room. Okay, so I thought this was a way out, and I saw a pole fall. Okay. Okay, there's a step down. Jeez. Isn't there any lights in here? What time is it now? 3:30?
I'll be watching.
4? Fuck! What the hell was that?
I don't fucking know, I guess.
Wait, the camera. We gotta get the camera. Shh. Okay, something just crashed right next to us. We don't know what it is. We gotta go out through this doorway. Can you see it?
What?
Shh.
Jesus.
What was that? Something went. Was that? Wait, that was where we came in. I can't see anything. Wait, was that? That's blocking our way.
What do you...
Wait, this was down. This is down. I can't get. Did you bring a flashlight?
No, just the...
Jeez, just our torches. Great. We had down here flashlights. I got two.
What is it?
So the wheelchair's down. And the wheel's spinning. Jeez. Okay.
I'm gonna go upstairs. This is...
What?
Yeah, whatever. I'm a little freaked. Let's go upstairs.
A little freaked. Okay, we're back in that little room. Alright, wait.
As the pair sit in the dark and in silence, all of a sudden, from somewhere in the basement, an almighty crash can be heard. Because they're using an infrared light source, it's hard to see for them. We can see, but for them, it's pitch black. Somehow, the wheelchair that they passed on their way in is now on the floor in the middle of the path, and the wheel is spinning. After watching Phil's other videos, Aaron had to see and experience it for himself. But after the wheelchair episode, he's had enough and wants to leave. The Alchemist Theatre was definitely haunted back in 2009. That was 14 years ago, so I wonder what it's like today. If you enjoyed Phil's investigations at the Alchemist Theatre, then jump on over to his channel because he's got a lot more content on the paranormal. The name of his channel is on screen. Phil hasn't uploaded any videos for the last 2 years, but you never know. If he gets enough views and comments, it might just persuade him to make a part 4. But don't forget, when you get there, tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you.
Project Darkknight.
Tristan's Poltergeist. For our next case, we're jumping on over to TikTok to join a French man called Tristan. Now, people sometimes ask me, how do you get haunted? So they can avoid it. There are many ways one can get haunted, but when it comes down to it, these are the main ones as follows. Number 1, your home or the land that you build on is haunted already, meaning that the spirits were there before you, and the paranormal activity starts because of construction work or renovating. That's usually when the activity first starts up. Number 2, you go to a haunted location if you're a paranormal investigator, or you might be an urban explorer and the location you visit could be haunted and something follows you home. That's why some paranormal investigators won't go straight home after a hunt in case something follows them. Even visiting a cemetery can boost the chances of a spirit following you home. Also, if you're in a haunted location and you find something and you bring it home with you, that too can have a negative effect. Number 3, by summoning. You use a Ouija board or another type of ritual and something goes wrong. People tell me all the time that they use Ouija boards and nothing ever happens. Well, then count yourself lucky then, because it only has to work once for your whole life to be turned upside down. There are other ways people can get haunted, like a death in the family, but fundamentally, these are the 3 core ways one can get haunted. And Tristan falls into the second category. You see, Tristan also explores abandoned buildings, and furthermore, he seeks out haunted abandoned buildings. And on one of his paranormal adventures, Tristan found this and he took it home. And this is why I think Tristan's home is haunted. He's caught a lot of activity these last few months, and most of it centers on the kitchen, toilet, and bedroom. Watch.
Les gars, truc de fou. Je suis à la maison, je sais pas ce qui se passe. Même le chat il sert tout à l'heure. J'entends des bruits encore. Wesh. C'est quoi ce délire? Wesh. Wesh. C'est quoi ce délire?
Tristan's haunting started last year, but it's only in the last couple of months that it's got stronger, and poltergeist activity is happening more and more. Tristan tries to ignore it most of the time, unless he's recording it for social media. But his girlfriend, on the other hand, she's terrified of it, and I don't blame her. Recently, at night time, a new thing has started happening. While the couple are in bed fast asleep, weird noises can be heard, and every week, the noises are getting louder and louder.
Ah, écoutez, écoutez, écoutez. Depuis tout à l'heure, ça fait des bruits. Des bruits de fou. Là, il est minuit. On s'est mis dans le lit. Et il y a des putains de bruits, écoutez. Je sais pas ce que c'est.
Tristan's toilet is separate from the bathroom, and it's tiny. You can clearly see when he opens the door that there's no room for anyone to slip out. He even shows behind the door. As I said earlier, Tristan found a small statue while out on one of his adventures, and he did something that changed his whole life. But a lot of people in his shoes might have done the same thing. He took the statue home with him. How could he have known that something so small could have such a big effect on his life?
Je sais pas ce qui se passe, j'entends des bruits chelous encore. Là, ça fait... Après, vous voulez me dire qu'il y a des ficelles.
Remember I told you at night when Tristan's asleep, he always hears noises? Well, recently, the entity has taken a closer interest on Tristan. As he's lying in his bed, the entity opens the door to see if Tristan is asleep. Even though you can't see it, Tristan gets the feeling that it's watching him, and I think he's right. Watch. Sometime later, Tristan checks the flower for footprints, and this is what he finds. Let me know down below what you think. He said it looks like little hooves, but I think he should have used a ruler for comparison so we can get an idea of how big the prints really were. 2 days later, some of Tristan's viewers asked him to leave a trigger object in front of the toilet on the floor to see if it moves.
C'est moi qui mets. On aime particulièrement les blind tests dessins animés. D'ailleurs, on est très mauvais sur les autres blind tests. C'est vrai. On a 6 enfants. Ça doit être pour ça qu'on est bon sur les blind tests. C'est parti.
The following clip sends shivers down my spine. As the light flickers on and off, pay close attention to the light on the floor in front of the toilet door, and you'll see it. Watch.
Rien du tout.
Look carefully right at the back into the bedroom. Something will pass in front of the window. At the risk of getting lynched in the comments for sounding like Nuke's top 5, but did you see it? Let's zoom in and watch the replay. Tristan's haunting doesn't just happen at night. In the next clip, Tristan was about to go out when the activity started. It's like the entity wants to keep Tristan locked inside his home. The entity is definitely getting stronger at moving things. Watch.
2h du matin, ma femme qui va pas tarder à rentrer. Oh. Wesh. Wesh. Il y a le truc là-bas qui bouge. Wesh.
This happened only last month. Tristan and his girlfriend were watching a movie when all of a sudden, poltergeist activity started. At first, it looks like a basket slides off a shelf. But no, when I zoomed in and looked carefully, I saw something that sent shivers down my spine. Watch.
On a que les diagrammes et tous les chiffres passés.
Il faut que ma sommeil puisse passer à travers la veine de courant. Je me sers de morceaux de métal rouillés pour y arriver. Avec un peu de chance, j'arriverai à toucher le fond et attacher ça à un brin cassant. Si jamais j'accroche au fond, le brin cédera avant le corps de ligne et je récupérerai ma ligne. Personne ne sait quasi qu'on a le fond.
Ben là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes et les chiffres passés.
Personne ne sait quasi qu'on a le fond.
Ben là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes et les chiffres passés.
Personne ne sait quasi qu'on a le fond.
Ben là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes et les chiffres passés.
This haunting is getting stronger every day. We know it's not a residual haunting. A residual haunting is when something tragic happened in a location and the last few moments before death play over and over again on a loop. It's like an echo of the haunting. This haunting, however, is intelligent, meaning there's a conscious thinking entity present in the home, and you've already seen it. Don't you ever wonder why ghosts move chairs, doors, and bang on walls? It's the same reason why you go to the gym. It might sound strange or even silly, but they do it to get better at it and to get stronger, so they can master their location and come and go more freely. People are shitty, so when they die, what makes you think they're going to be any different? If anything, they're going to be worse, because now they don't have a solid human form and can move around a lot more discreetly. This haunting is happening as we speak, and Tristan is uploading every other day. So, if you want, you can jump on over to his TikTok. The name of his account is on screen. Let's thank Tristan for all his videos that he's documented for us by liking and sharing his content. Oh, and one more thing, when you get to his TikTok, drop him a comment in his most recent upload, but don't forget, tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you.
Project Darkknight.
Banji Haunted. In September last year, a new TikTok account surfaced called Banji Haunted. A family have just bought and moved into a new home. Now, when you look at the house and garden, the property looks very modern. It doesn't look like your typical haunted house. But pretty quickly the owner, Matt, started noticing strange things would happen when he was home alone, and he got the feeling straight away that the house was haunted. Watch.
So I'm just watching TV and the sync's just come on its own. I've been hearing weird noises all day, but dog's not reacting. Can you hear that? Max, come on. Oh, what the fuck? Taps on. Oh, I'm the only one in the house. Oh, what the fuck was that? Come here. Max, come here. Oh, fuck. Max, come on, Max! Max! Out! Max, come on! Sir? Did you not hear it?
Not sure.
Oh, what the fuck was that? What the fuck's that?
What was it?
Pepsi can. It was on the side.
So when his boyfriend Brad's at work and Matt's home all alone, he says that's when the activity always starts. His boyfriend is always tired after work and doesn't believe him and thinks that he's just creeped out after being home all alone. So what do you think? Is it all in his head? Or is there something paranormal? Watch.
So I'm just doing the carpets and the backs. And I just heard it sounds like a window's just smashed. But it's only me in. Again, as usual. Oh yeah. Oh, what the fuck, man. I won't even use this room. Oh shit, I'm shaking. Never even come in here. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh, what was that? Oh, what was that?
Just before recording, Max jumped up and started running up and down the kitchen crying. Then the lights started flashing. Could just be a coincidence, and the bulbs need changing, but with everything that's been going on. A lot of comments suggesting we get CCTV around the house. We're definitely going to install some. Hesitant to spend a lot of money as this all started with our 65-inch TV being pulled from the wall in the middle of the night.
So something finally happened when Brad was home. The guys haven't commented or replied to any of their messages yet, but that's because they literally just moved in a few months ago, and now they're dealing with all of this. I don't know about you, but if I had just forked out money for a brand new home, only to find out that it's haunted, I don't think I'd be in the mood for social media. The guys say they heard someone running around downstairs, so they went to investigate. And as they got into the living room, they can see that everything's been thrown onto the floor. They suddenly hear something, and as they turn the camera, they captured the cushions and the lampshade falling down. It's been 4 months now since their last post, and they still haven't replied or commented to any of their messages. So there's a good chance that the lads might have moved out and put the house up for sale. But if they do make an appearance and upload any more videos, I will be there to let you know. But in the meantime, even though they don't reply, we can still flood their comments to let them know that we're thinking of them. And as usual, don't forget, when you get there, tell them the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. If you've seen something scary, creepy, or amazing, and you captured something paranormal on camera, or maybe you're a paranormal investigator and you need some help to get your content out there, or you might be unlucky enough to live in a haunted house and you need some help and advice because you think you're all alone. Well, you're not. Project Darkknight Horror is here for you. So send in your videos, clips, links, photos, stories, ideas and more to Project Darkknight. The email is on screen. Thank you.
Project Darkknight.
World Paranormal. Our last case for this video comes from Pennsylvania. A man lives with his daughter in a house that he says is haunted and is getting more and more active every week. The husband and wife are part of a paranormal team in and around Pennsylvania called World Paranormal. They've been on a lot of paranormal investigations which they've documented mostly on Facebook and TikTok. But then something happened one year that changed their lives. Remember I told you some of the ways one can get haunted? Well, going to haunted locations is one of them. Because you never know if a spirit will follow you home. And the more you go to haunted locations, the higher the chances get. And this could be the reason why their home is haunted. Taps and bangs were first heard, then as the weeks passed by, the taps and bangs were replaced with heavy footsteps. So Bobby made a channel on YouTube and started documenting the paranormal activity in his home. The living room and kitchen were places where activity was common. And then, for some reason, sounds could be heard coming from his daughter's bedroom. One day, Bobby was watching TV while his daughter Sky was having her afternoon nap, when all of a sudden, the sound of footsteps started. Watch.
So I keep hearing weird noises. I don't know what the hell it is. It's like knocking, creaking footsteps. It's either in my room or Sky's room, but Sky's passed out right now. But it's crazy, yo. Hold on. See, she's sleeping. See, I'm telling you, I keep hearing weird shit. I think it's coming from my room now. What the fuck is that? See, I keep this up against the cabinet because the dolls like to try to open the doors and shit. It's weird. I don't know what that sound is though. Oh, what the fuck was that, man? Yo, fuck this. Fuck this. Oh, what the fuck was that, man? Yo, fuck this. Fuck this. I'm good on that. Yeah. I'm staying out of there. Fuck that, yo. Bro. Oh, I'm all shaking and shit. Yo. Yeah, fuck that. I'm out, y'all.
As you watch these short clips, you'll see that Bobby has a lot of so-called haunted dolls in his home. Maybe the spirit that dwells in his home was attached to one of these dolls.
Alright, what's up, y'all? Here we go again. Her piano, her keys just hit like twice. And this ain't the first time this happened either. It happened when my girl was here as well, but it always gets crazy when I'm here by myself. Or when my daughter's sleeping. But, see? I told you. I want her piano again. Hello? See, there's her piano. Don't mind her room. She has so many damn toys. You gotta clean up like every day in here. Hello? Well, y'all caught the piano. I don't know if y'all catch anything else. It usually happens once, and every time I try to record something, it just, nothing happens, so. But at least y'all caught that part. Yo. Nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm good. Shut that. I'm telling you, every time I'm here by myself, man. See, look, her piano's still going off in there, man. Every time. But yeah, welcome to our apartment. Well, I'm gonna keep y'all updated. I'm gonna go outside for a cigarette. I'm good on that.
I think Bobby's haunting is intelligent because, firstly, activity mostly happens when he's by himself. And whenever he talks about it or asks it to move something, most of the time it happens, which tells me that the entity is listening. And that's scary when you think about it, versus a residual haunting, which is a playback on a loop.
So it's like almost 11:30. It's like 11:13. And I swear that doll keeps moving. Either the little one or the big one, I don't know. But I keep seeing it out the corner of my eye. And every time I look over, it just looks like
I don't know. Either the foot or the head or something keeps moving. Tell me that shit's not moving. Yo. Yo, I told you I saw that. I told you it was moving.
Another mistake Bobby's made is to communicate with the entity and welcome it in. In doing so, it's going to be that much harder to get rid of it in the long run. Because if it hasn't happened already, you're forming an attachment. At first, it's fun and games. But know this, it's always fun at the beginning. Then, sometime later, it could be a month, a year, or even 5 years down the line. But eventually the haunting always gets negative. So please, don't communicate.
Are you grown? Can you make the doll move? Yo. Bro.
Then, a few minutes later, the fridge opened and Bobby heard loud, heavy footsteps.
Bro. Our fridge just opened. This motherfucker trying to waste electricity. Hopefully we'll get some, because every time something happens I can barely ever catch it. I swear I just seen something move over there. Don't mind, yo, we gotta clean. I got a daughter, so she's a little reckless, and I gotta wash some cups. Bro, I just saw that out the corner of my eye. I wish I would have got that. Can you make it move again? No? Okay. Bro, stop playing with me. Hello? Hello? Can you do it again? Man. Bro, you just spilt water all over my floor, dude. Are you serious?
One day, without even knowing it, Bobby managed to capture the reflection of a spirit in the cabinet glass. He didn't know it at the time he was recording, but one of his viewers sent in a message saying that something was standing behind him. Watch.
So, here we are again. Here's our new beautiful cabinet we got for the haunted dolls. We got it for like 30 bucks. I had to clean it last night. super dusty. And then it turns out that the dolls won't even. Got it for like $30. I had to clean it last night. It was like beautiful cabinet. There's a lot of space down here, but you know, I'm not doing that. I don't want to shelter them away.
Sky and her dad were finishing lunch and watching TV when all of a sudden something walked into the room that they couldn't see, but they knew it was there because they could hear and feel the footsteps. Imagine that for 1 second. You're in your home, your safe personal space, and then something that you can't see but you can feel and you know it's there starts walking around. I've experienced something very similar to this, and let me tell you people, it's very jarring. Watch.
Do you hear the footsteps? I know y'all hear that, right? Do you hear it? You hear the footsteps?
Where's the steps? Is the steps over there?
It sounds like it's coming from over there.
It's over there. I guess on the table. Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I know you saw that, right?
Is this seed to come with? Seed to come with?
Jeez, I know y'all saw that.
Seed to come with? How's it come with work?
Can you move it again?
Move again?
It's all out of focus now. Well, the footsteps are still going. Right when I walked by, it knocked the cup off too. Can you make it move again?
Move again? How's it come with? Steps. What does see the steps?
Oh, I'll keep y'all posted.
The steps is gone.
Bobby's very active on social media, and in his last post, he used the spirit box to ask some questions. According to Bobby, he found out there's another spirit in his home called Lucy, who's 10 years old. He asked if Lucy came with one of the dolls, and according to the audio, the spirit says yes. So then he asks Lucy, "Are you evil?" And unfortunately, it says yes. I like Bobby and Sky, but I'm worried for them and for what the future holds. I've seen this many times. It always starts like this. It's new, interesting, fun and addictive. But once the spirit gains enough strength, momentum and a foothold, it switches. It always does. So please jump on over to the channel. Their name is on screen. And when you get there, drop him a comment or two. But don't forget, tell Bobby and Sky that the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. If you made it to the end, then I salute you. You prove that you're a true fan of horror. So remember, if you're interested in ghosts, poltergeists and demons, haunted houses, cursed objects and randonautica, animal attacks, urban exploring and strange dark mysteries, then Project Dark Knight Horror is the channel for you. I absolutely love all things horror and I'm so passionate about my channel. So, if you like what you see and you think I deserve it, then subscribe to Project Dark Knight. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to my lovely Patreons who stand by me regardless, week after week, month after month. It's thanks to you that I can keep making these videos. Their names are Thorson Lip, Turtle Chief 9, Julie 6, Cookie Ooh I Don't Know, Countess Monette, Greasy Cox, Donna Sayers, D. Michael Smith, Catherine Murphy, Sean Squillis, Trumpet, Anna, KJ Majid, Honey Badger, Charlie X24, Judah, Christy Santa Stephen, and Seth J. It's thanks to amazing people like you who believe in the project and what it stands for. Some of you have been by my side from day one, and I'll never forget you. With that being said, I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you on the next one. And always remember, you've been watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am the Dark Knight. Signing off. Peace!
Don't ever laugh as the hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your head down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rock.